All right, what's up, Cane fans? Welcome to yet another episode of the Canes Unit. Got my boy tuned up from the Miami Flow Show. Go follow him on YouTube. His channel's popping off right now. It's really growing. He and I do a show on his channel Sunday nights. Go check that out as well. And also, of course, you got Concrete from the One Concrete Show. Go check out his channel. So, gentlemen, we are just a couple weeks away from spring practice. It is right around the corner. So far, no virus numbers going up, so it looks like we're going to actually have a spring. What do you guys think?
Hey man, I'm just excited we get some football, and what I'll be real excited about is they let me go watch the practices because that's what I'm jonesing to go see some of these new recruits and even the ones from last year that we didn't get a chance to get up close too much. To get a look at them. But I'm just hoping that nothing changes and they allow us to come in for at least a few practices.
Right. Yeah, that would be awesome.
It feel like the season, I guess the season. I feel like the season kind of just ended, man. A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not really in no mode right now. I'm like, damn, I miss football. Well, I guess after spring football is over with, I'm gonna be in that mode. But I'm saying I'm excited, man. Shoot, we get the. Especially Brett last year, he could get a full season with his offense as far as the spring, the summer, and the fall. So got Manny Diaz coming back on the sideline. Well, he's always on the sideline. Got him calling plays now. So I'm saying maybe he could implement his defense a little bit more. They could register more to those guys, man, better than what Blake did. So I'm stoked, man. I can't wait for I know we all gonna be looking for the first spring practice and trying to get the notes, even though they ain't shoulder pads and helmets.
Yeah,
I mean helmets and shorts, but I mean that's like exciting news just to hear what happened.
Oh man, it's gonna be funny that first week. We're gonna be nitpicking some offensive lineman's footwork because of something we heard that somebody saw. It's gonna be it's gonna be like an addict getting his fix.
One thing I remember from the last spring because we got to think 3 or 4 practices in, all I remember hearing was how the offense was shredding the defense. So I'm really anxious to see how that works out, to be honest with you guys. Because almost every spring that I remember, defense has always been ahead of the offense. That was the first spring that I can remember where I was hearing that the offense was torching the defense pretty much every practice.
Hell, man. And every time I seen the fall camp videos, it was always a cornerback just getting toasted by somebody. I was like, it's not good news for the defense. And
I agree.
Obviously showed later on.
Yeah, the defense they say is usually ahead of the offense, but there was another year that I remember the offense just shredded the defense. And it was a solid defense. This was 2009, the Mark Whipple, Ja'Cory Harris year.
Yeah.
Where he was just picking apart the defense every practice. So you never know. A good offense that knows what they're doing, that could be a good indication.
Yeah, I think if I was going to pick one thing that I'm the most excited about is that both of the young quarterbacks are going to get all the reps, because, De'Aaron King isn't going to get spring reps. He might be out there walking around, hanging out, but he's not getting any of those reps. So that means TBD, Garcia, and Machoka. That's how you say it, right? Machoka?
Matoka.
Machoka's
not a good
Coca-Cola.
Want to have that nickname.
Yeah. Well, I think that's one thing I'm excited about because usually it's not like that. And they're going to get all the good reps, those guys. And that's big on install for them just in case De'Aaron King is not ready.
Right. Yeah. And then you just feel good. Like if De'Aaron King is not ready, you feel okay. One of those younger guys, like, okay, he's run this through spring. He's run this through summer. He'll know how to – he won't stand in there and, wet himself. He'll know what to do.
I agree.
All right, guys. Yeah. Sorry, Concrete.
I was just thinking about how Kane upset the offense is torturing the defense in the spring last year too. I was like, yo, that's a whole new offense.
Just 4 days.
Yeah, that's crazy. If that didn't tell us the defense is going to be shitty, Oh man.
But it's crazy because it's true. It's really true. I thought it was because they just weren't used to that tempo. They're not seeing that tempo. That's what I thought. And if you remember
Yeah.
the press conferences, right? All the cornerbacks were saying stuff like, yeah, it forces you to know your stuff because you don't have time to sit around and communicate. You got to know immediately when they line up, real quick, what you're supposed to do. If this guy goes here, what we're going to jump into, what are the option routes? Like, I just really liked what they were saying, but it seemed like even when they were talking in the press conference or the after practice conferences, they were on their heels. They were
Yeah.
always on their heels.
Right.
Man, shoot, that's the way college football is going, man.
Yeah, bro.
I hope we could continue to adapt.
Exactly. Yeah, defense just has to adapt and try to slow down the offenses.
Yeah.
So anyway, boys, Cody Brown came up. I know you and I spoke on this on Sunday. Concrete, I'd love to get your thoughts because I've been on the fence back and forth kind of the last week or so since I heard his name come up because he is a super talented playmaker at running back, which, we do have those, but it wouldn't hurt to have one more. Big, strong kid, 6 feet, 6'1", 217, 218, probably even coming in heavier than that. Concrete, what do you think? First of all, with four, a lot of people think we're thin with 4 running backs. Do you think with 4 backs we're thin? Like, should we add one more just for depth?
Yeah, I think we should definitely have one more just for depth because if one guy go out, and we're like, damn, we only got 3 guys, and it depends who goes out too. We got a freshman Thad Franklin coming in, so it's like how reliable is this guy right now? I'm saying he's still kind of green, but I'm saying as far as Cody Brown, man, I guess he tired of McDonald's, man. I'm saying he wasn't feeling the McDonald's stuff. You know what I'm saying? Come down to Miami with some strippers, man. I'm saying we got real food. I don't know. Down in Miami, y'all got the strip club that serve the food too, the wings on the side, man.
I can't, bro. I can't with you. I can't.
Hey, man, good eats, good vision, but nah, for real though, man. That's number 10 running back in the nation in 2021. I'm saying when I first heard about him, I was a little confused about the story. I'm like, oh, is he 2020, 2021? But I'm saying he ended up going to Tennessee, signing a letter of intent to Tennessee, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I guess the whole Jeremy Pruitt situation. Any situation like that would get a guy to transfer. But he put out. Was that him that put out the edit with Miami, or did someone make it and he retweeted it?
I'll tell you right now, the edits have been on fire. Those edits are fire. Okay.
Yeah.
And I know he's on some of the edits, meaning like he's seeing them because they go on his Twitter, but Miami's blowing him up, obviously because everybody wants him. But the edits are fire, man, and hopefully one day we can get the young lady that does the really fire edits on here. I know her. I talked to her in this chat. She is so talented. I'd like to get her on the show sometime. Now that I think about it, I may ask her.
Does she work with the university?
No, I don't think she does. I think she does.
Oh,
she's a freelancer. I don't want to speak for her because I'm not sure, but I'm going to lean on the side that she doesn't. But her work is just to grow. She's so talented. She's so talented.
Kudos, man.
Yeah, she's so talented. You know.
Yeah, she could probably get a little gig.
Her name is Jazz, by the way. Her name is Jazz. Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Jazz. Yeah. Shoot, they need to get that girl a job. Hey, because every time I see a recruit, they be like, "Damn, can I get a Miami edit? What's up?" I'm saying, and I guess she just kills that thing, man. But
yeah, she's so fire. Chug more beer.
What's up?
Chug more beer. What it do?
He's loyal, man. He's on every.
Yeah, dude, he's a real Cane right there. My man,
right there. Some people just want to hear some Miami Hurricane talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Chug more beer is a real one.
I hear that. But let me ask you guys a question about Cody, right? I'm going to answer the same question he gave you, which is I think we absolutely have to carry another running back. Because if we just get one guy has a little bit of a ham, he's got to set a couple, and the other guy gets a stinger, we're down to 2 backs.
Yeah.
Well, definitely. So that's no go. We got to have at least 5 in the stable, And what I do like about Cody is that he's not a small back. he's got similar measurables as Thad. You know, um, I've been getting different opinions on who's better, which one. Some people say that Cody has a little more wiggle, than Thad. Uh, Most people like Cody a little better than Thad. Right now, I'm on the fence. I just like that Thad is just he's not scared of contact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's on campus already. I like the fact that he's already in the weight room. I mean, not on campus yet because he's at Chaminade. My bad. And Chaminade, you can't enroll early. But what I like about that is he's not coming in light like a lot of running backs. He's coming in as a big boy already.
Yeah.
And
217.
And I like his. He ain't gonna be 217 right now, but I think Cody is very interested because I think he sees himself in the rotation also because Cam's leaving for sure next year, so that only leaves 4 backs on the roster right there. So and in our type of offense, everybody's eating. Everybody's
Oh
eating
yeah.
in our type of offense. So I like him a lot, man. What I don't know about him is can he catch the ball to the backfield? Because that would be I think that's something that Cam added to his game this past season.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead, John. My fault.
Sorry. No, I was going to say if he could be like another DJ Dallas kind of running back for us, that he could kind of do a little bit of everything, but have even. I think I don't know if he's faster than DJ. Nope. Yeah, DJ's deceptively fast. But if he could be that type of running back, that'd be good.
Yep.
My concern is. Go ahead.
Also, you got to remember DJ. He came in like as an athlete too. So
he
kind of put on that weight late.
When I read the report on Cody, the only knock on him is that he doesn't have top end speed. He doesn't have that breakaway speed.
Look
I don't know
at his highlight.
What's up?
I was agreeing with you on the speed. I was like looking at his highlight. I was like, dang, he don't have breakaway speed, and I kind of see his 100-yard meter numbers. I think he ran like an 11.6 or something. I was like, damn, I at least ran 11.2. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But nah, I mean, he's a big bruiser guy, man. Shoot, when's the last time we had a bruiser guy? You know what I'm saying? We had Robert Burns.
I'll tell you when we're gonna talk about him a little later when we talk about outperforming our stars. I'll give you one.
Okay.
Good.
Well, one guy, I don't know if I'm going to blow it for you. I don't think it's the guy you're thinking of, but the guy I'm thinking of is Javaris James.
It's not who I was thinking of.
That's the last guy I can remember that would just put his head down and run through guys.
I got one for you.
But I'm talking about like bowling ball, like like Tyrone Mouse.
Well, Tyrone Mouse had breakaway. He had everything.
Yeah.
That dude had everything.
Yep.
But I guess my concern is and Brad was on our on the chat when we were going live on Sunday, and he mentioned, what if he comes in and then Thad leaves?
Yep.
That is a concern. I don't want to gain him and then lose, because then you're kind of back to where you were. You didn't gain any ground.
Yeah.
I think that depends on. I think that depends on if they want to play early. You know what I'm saying, I think they could sit out a year, him or Thad. You know what I'm saying, and then Cam leaves, and then depending on how good the other boys do, as far as Don Chaney and Knighton, I mean, they might leave after their third year too. So,
right.
Yeah, we got talent. The talent's not an issue, but we need more depth in that running back room. There's no doubt about that. Like I just don't see how you go into a season with only 4 backs on scholarship, in a spread offense. I might add.
That's low.
That's
low. And even in an offense where you go 12, right? One going back to tight end, you go 12 personnel a lot, but still, you're one running back is where guys get nicked up the most.
Yeah, I just the amount of plays that we run, guys, it's got to be a rotation. And if one or two get dinged up, now you're in an emergency situation. Now, I did say in a prior video, I am very confident that Brashard Smith is going to play some back also in certain formations. So he's somebody that could, get about 3 to 5 carries coming out of that backfield in certain packages.
Yeah. I ain't never seen this highlight tape, man. So you know what I'm saying?
Which one? Whose?
Bashard's?
Bashar Smith. Yeah.
Ooh, I put him on. I put him on the
Yeah.
show on Sunday.
Mm.
Yeah. Ooh.
You're in for a treat. Check it out.
Ooh.
I said it before.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check it out, man, because the way y'all been talking about him, you know what I'm saying?
He could
It's
do it
pretty.
all, bro. He could do it all. He's small in stature, but he's compact. He's got a thick lower body, and I think he was at Central this last year, right? Am I saying right? Yeah, I think he was at Central, and their quarterback got hurt,
No,
and he had, what was it? Palmetto.
Bashard,
Why?
yeah, he's
Why did
Palmetto.
I say?
Oh
Why did I
yeah,
say?
yeah, Palmetto 5. Yeah.
Why did I
You
say
said Central.
Central? Yeah, I said why did I say Central? Palmetto. Yeah, with LT. So he had to play some quarterback this year, and he ran in between the tackles, outside the tackles. The dude was getting hit. He'd get up. He can do kickoff return, punt return. He could play the slot. I mean, he's everywhere. He's got unbelievable short area quickness. Unbelievable short area quickness.
I said it once before. He reminds me a lot of Steve Smith from.
Yeah, man, that's a really good comparison.
Short.
Yeah. Wow, that's a good physical like that. Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Yeah, and
I like that.
And he would like not just in the receiving game, like you couldn't jam him at the line because he just knock you off. He'd knock you on your ass.
Yeah.
And when he blocked dudes, he'd block dudes like into the bench. Like he was just mean. So yeah, if he's anything like that, I'm happy.
Yeah,
I like him.
That was a tough mother effort, bro.
He's a keeper.
Yeah. So to switch gears a little bit, I know we were discussing this before going live. We wanted to compare, just because we're also excited about this upcoming class, and I think because of the assistant coaching staff we have right now, assuming they stay together, for the next couple of years, I think they're going to get developed right. I think we're retaining players now. This class will be, as far as production, the best class we've had in 15, 17 years. Because we've had some stellar classes, like Randy Shannon's #1 class. Al Golden had one really good class. Rick had that one really good class, but they didn't quite – a lot of those guys didn't quite pan out the way we thought.
Right.
There were two classes we wanted to compare today. The current class, 2021, and the 2012 Al Golden class. If you need a little memory refresher, I'll bring it up right now. So according to 247, that was the class that had like Tracy Howard and Deion Bush and
Eric Flowers.
Duke Johnson.
Yep.
Was part of that class. Here we go.
Tyreek McCord.
Oh, he was a freak.
Yep.
Yeah, Duke Johnson. Let's see who else. Ralph Kirby. I don't know if you guys remember him. 4-star linebacker out of Stone Mountain, Georgia. Herb Waters. Yeah, this was a lot of good guys came out of this class. But then again, you had, a lot of guys that didn't pan out or transferred or whatever.
Yeah, there was no like surprising guy that like was a low star and then just proved everybody wrong.
There was one. Ladarius Gunter.
Oh, Herb Waters. My bad. Ladarius Gunter. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Ladarius Gunter. Yeah, he's went to the NFL.
Yep.
Herb Waters went to I think they both went to the Packers.
Okay, my fault. Yeah, there's at least two of them.
When I looked at this class, I know we were comparing them to the class we just got in, and I honestly, and I might be in the minority, I don't see much of a comparison here. Even though they were the 10th ranked class in the country that year, I think other than maybe, I would actually give them 4 guys that I thought were really good ballers, and you could argue a 5th. I think this class is going to be a little more than that. I mean, I'm going to go on a limb and tell you, Ramilo Brinson is going to be can't miss. Leonard Taylor is going to be can't miss. James Williams.
How's this class ranked 12th? I don't
Well,
understand
remember,
that.
it's different though. That's the thing that gets me crazy when I hear these other schools arguing that, oh, we finished ahead of Miami. You're not understanding. Miami only took 21. Okay, um, because we had a guy come. We had one player that we counted forward, and then we went in the transfer portal 3. So there's 4 spots that we didn't get points on
Mm.
because we easily would have been in the top 10. Easily would have been in the top 10 if we would have if we would have signed 25 high school kids, like a lot of the classes in front of us, we would have easily be in the top 10. So remember that when you're looking at the ranking, it is a little strange sometimes because you got to go see how many high school did you sign and how many you got out of the transfer portal. Because currently, and I heard something on 247 that they're trying to get a hybrid system where they put in the transfer portal and the high school together and mix, and they make that a recruiting ranking as well. They said they're going to call it a hybrid something ranking. I'll try
I
to
mean,
find the article for you guys. Did you
they
guys
might
read
as
that?
well.
You read that? Yeah, that was pretty cool, I thought. But
No, I ain't read that.
what I'm
But
trying to say is that us finished 12th in the country. It's misleading. I think we had 21. Didn't we only have 21? Because who did we count forward from last year? Jared Williams, right?
I think Anthony might be talking about class of 2022 commits. Is that what you're talking about, Anthony?
We
yeah, the
Where are
22.
the 22? Oh, I got you, Anthony. Yeah,
Oh.
they're coming. No, they're coming. I got a feeling next week we're gonna get a couple commits. We're hot on a bunch of guys that are about to pop, I think, but we're putting out a bigger web. I'll say that this recruiting cycle, but we should start hearing some news next week on a couple things. I know the coaches have been doing Zoom calls like crazy, and there's a couple players that I think we already have. They're just gonna wait for their moment. And I think we're in good shape on a few more. But at the end of the day, guys, let's remember this: it's nice to have all the commitments early on, but it doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean anything. I'm getting more excited when we're in November and we still have whatever players decided to say yes to us at that time. Because right now, a lot can change from both sides. We might lose a couple guys. We may get a bunch of guys.
Right. Yeah. No, it's how many times have we gone into it? Like around this time of the year, we got like the number 1 or number 2 class, but then Ohio State cherry picks a guy, Alabama cherry picks a guy, LSU cherry picks a guy. All of a sudden, we fall down to 8th or 12th or 15th. Happens every year.
That's why I think, and I'd like to ask you guys' opinion on this. I think the 2020 class is the one that started everything going in the right direction for us. Because remember, we came off 6 and 7. 6 and 7. All right. And we pulled off a top 15 class. I forgot where we ended up, but it was definitely in the top 15. Right?
Yeah, and their attitude.
And exactly. They stuck.
Their attitude, man. It definitely it was definitely Miami swagger attitude. Like not just like, oh, you know what I'm saying, I'm lit, whatever. Nah, It was like, yo, we finna come in and compete. Like,
right.
Like, I don't care what their record was last year. Like we coming in for a reason now. Like that 2020 class, man. Yeah, I want them to succeed so much, man. This 2020, bro.
Yeah, and let me ask you this concrete. Isn't it similar? Think about it. Really good receivers in that class, right?
Yeah.
A top end quarterback in that class.
Yeah.
Right? Some good linemen in that class. Right?
Very balanced.
Right. Avante's in that class also.
2021.
You know what I mean? Like there's some pieces in there that are gonna perform as soon as they just get a little bit. I think Dunson and Marcus Clark were in that class too, right?
Right.
Yeah. So and they're gonna see some reps now for sure. Like I think that class really started the domino effect because we were in 8-3 this year, and I think it was the first time that our staff got a chance to really recruit because they didn't really get a chance to recruit too much in that 6 and 7 year. Remember, because they got the job that December before, right? So they were behind. They were behind the 8 ball,
and that's already gonna get you decommits.
Yeah, man. So I'm looking if we do sign a lot of high school kids, right? into the 22, 23 number of kids, I don't see how we don't finish in the top 5 this season.
Agreed. No, and I felt like we kind of turned a corner when Avante Williams selected Miami. When that happened, we were all surprised. None of us saw it.
Remember how that happened?
I saw somebody post it on, I think it was on State of the U that I saw it. I thought it was a joke at first. I'm like, no, he's not over us. That's insane.
Yeah. Everybody was in shock. And what I tell people all the time, because everyone tries to give credit to Banda, and I'm not reporting anything. I'm just going to say this.
Legend.
A couple
Legend
weeks
itself.
before that, I mean, not a couple weeks, but what really built the relationship there was Ed Reed was Avante's coach in the All-Star game. In the Under Armour or All-American or Army, whatever that is, Ed Reed was his coach. Remember that. So I think that had a lot to do with him saying deuces to the Gators and coming to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember seeing that meme with Ed Reed coaching them. This picture of Ed Reed talking to Avante. He's like, "Yo, you better come to the U. Like, don't even play around." Like,
Yeah, that was a guy we just don't normally get guys like that. And when we got that, I was like, oh, this coaching staff is different when it comes to recruiting.
I agree. And
I'm looking at the rest of that class. Man, certain guys that we did not see play at all, really. Maybe a little bit, like Jalen Rivers, we barely saw. He's really gonna debut this year.
He might start.
Elijah Roberts.
Ooh, I'm so excited for him.
Mm-hmm. Me too. But anyway, like to compare to the 2012 class, I know they were ranked the same, but I agree. I don't think there's much of a comparison because that class was very top heavy. You had like 4 or 5 superstars.
Yep.
And a ton of 3-stars, mainly that unfortunately didn't pan out, but then a lot of them didn't stay with the team. And it was numbers too. I think we had 31 or 32 commits. That was the other thing. You look at this, it's 21 commits, but it's quality.
That's the point. And that's what I can't stand. I'm new to this social media world, and I'm on this Twitter, and I'm listening with this and this and this. And then I'm like, but did you look at your class? You signed 25 people, and that's why you're ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do. We went to the transfer portal and got the rest of our guys, So I like that 247 is going to do that
hybrid
ranking. They're talking about doing a hybrid ranking. That would be so awesome because it would be fair. Because we talk about this, I think the last 3 shows in a row, the transfer portal isn't going anywhere, and more teams are becoming more strategic with it. So they better fix the ranking system.
It's part of college football now, so you gotta accept it.
I agree.
Anthony Morales, I can't wait to see Tyreek Stevenson in the secondary. Same for all of us, man. We can't. It's been so long since we've had a true shutdown corner.
I just like his style. Like, he's physical. I mean, I can't wait. I think what he's going to give us such versatility on that defense. It's going to give us such versatility on that defense.
Yeah, he's Antrell Roll. That's what he reminds me of.
I think he's faster.
Probably.
Faster than Antrell, yeah.
Antrell had really good
corner, man.
Antrell had really good instincts, though. Antrell was big, but he had great instincts.
Yeah, I couldn't believe he played corner at one point.
I know. He's a safety to me, man. I was like, that dude's like a safety.
He looked like a linebacker.
In the league, he played safety.
Yeah. But he was.
Do you guys remember in the U Part 2, a lot of those guys were like kind of at the end of their careers at the time from that 01 team, or they were out of the league already? Antrell Roll was one of the few that was still in the NFL. I think 2014 that doc came out. He was there with his guns out with I think he had this tank top.
I know. I'm like, yo.
He's a big boy.
I might play some DN.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's a big boy for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So man.
I got 20. I mean, It's not fair though, man. Come on, we ain't see 2021 yet though. We ain't see him play yet. We gotta be a little fair with it though.
You're right. I agree. I agree because I'm that guy. I gotta see it, but if I was a betting man, which I'm not,
I'm with you.
I would bet on this class all day. It's just deeper. It's just too deep. And the evaluations nowadays, we have so much more research, more resources than we did 10 years ago. You know?
Yeah. It's a lot of quality in this class, yo. A lot of quality.
I agree.
Yeah, the quality is definitely much deeper.
Cam Kitchens. Oh my gosh, man.
I cannot believe the ranking he had as let me see. I think he's like the number 20-something safety in the country or something like that.
Everybody's laughing at that. Everybody's laughing at that.
That is like
23.
That's insulting.
The guy,
I hope he looks at that.
Larry Bluestein, who knows more than everybody about recruiting, and I don't care what anybody says. That guy knows more than everybody on recruiting, and he said he's the best safety in the state, and that's including James Williams.
James Williams, yeah.
That's a bold statement. And he even said, he's like, I don't understand the rankings. He's like, Cameron Kitchens is going to kill it.
I agree.
Oh, man. I forgot none of our receivers are coming in early.
What do you mean? They're all on campus.
All the receivers on campus?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, I'm looking at this signed letter of intent. I was looking at the enrollees, too, and they wasn't in the enrollees category.
What do you mean? Brinson and Jacoby and Brashard, I thought they were all in. Am I wrong?
I don't know. You could be right. This is what I'm looking at. I don't know if that's – I don't know what's up with it. On 247.
Then that's right and I'm wrong. But I don't know where I got that mixed up. Now you got me looking stuff up.
I don't know. You could
I thought
be
all
right.
those guys were on campus already.
Enrollees. How many enrollees we had? We had just 8, right?
10 or 11, I think it was.
All right, 247 is showing 8. Showing Jake Garcia, Elijah Arroyo, Chase Smith, Cameron Kitchens, Michael McLaughlin, Thomas Davis, Deshaun Trotman, and Boris Gallus.
Man, now you're going to have me looking this stuff up, bro.
I don't know. I could have sworn. I remember we talked about it. I remember we talked about it. I could have sworn I said Brashard Smith.
Yeah. I could have sworn at least 2 of the receivers got there early. I think maybe that's not super updated.
Yeah, I could have sworn it was just one receiver that wasn't coming in.
Man, now I'm going to be going crazy.
I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know. We got.
Yeah, but if you're looking at the article, and that's
on 247. That's on 247. The list they had with the 2021 class. It said enrollees, and they could be wrong.
Let me see something. Go ahead. Keep going with the show.
Yeah. So where are we at? Yeah, we're comparing the classes, and another thing I wanted to touch on since we were looking at all these classes. Somebody that maybe I know. Caned Up already had somebody in mind. Somebody, since we did last week, like 5-star busts throughout Miami history, and unfortunately there have been many. But what about the other way around? Somebody who outperformed their star ranking, was a 3-star recruit or maybe even a 2-star, just a project, and really outperformed where they were at.
Nah, they're on campus, bro. Brashard's on campus.
On campus.
On campus. Romelo, they're all on campus.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's Andre Borgales, Cameron Kitchens, Chase Smith, Deshaun Troutman, Thomas Davis, Michael McLaughlin, Elijah Arroyo, Brashard Smith, Jacoby George, Romelo Brinson, and Jake Garcia.
All right, cool.
And that's on 247 too. Actually, no, it's on I lied. It's on State of the U. Recruiting Radar 2021. This was on January 25th, 2021. So this was just about a month ago.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's pretty reliable. Yeah, I could have sworn I saw the same thing, that they're all like a lot.
Because I was hearing Brashard Smith was getting the stuff, like the plays already that he's learning, that he's in the backfield and stuff.
Yeah.
Chase Smith started already. I don't know. I mean,
he's good enough to be, but look who's in front of him at striker.
Yeah, GB3 had a really good season this year, man. But it wasn't perfect, but it was enough to say, okay, you're definitely starting next year. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think once he gets playing time, it's going to be very hard to take him off the field. I think Chase Smith is a freak, and I think he's that good. Reminds me a lot of, I said it on Sunday, reminds me a lot of Kenny Phillips.
Yeah, I have unbelievable dreams of seeing Chase Smith, James Williams, Avante, and Cameron Kitchens and Bubba Bolden all on the field at the same time.
Oh man!
I'm just saying.
Oh,
like, I have the beautiful, yeah. Anthony, Cody Brown is trending. I agree with that. He's trending for sure. I mean, the only one that might sneak in is going to be Auburn, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like where we're going right now. I also like where we're at with Earl Little. I didn't like where we were at 2 weeks ago, but we have a puncher's chance now. We just got to win and stay on top of them. I know that Canes Insight tomorrow is going to have that whole family on. I think Earl Little Senior, Earl Little Junior, and then another one of the Earl Littles. So you guys tune into that. That's going to be a good show.
Yeah, I was seeing that tweet when he put Little in quotation marks. I was like, Like, so what's going on? Let's see, Earl Little. Like, you got something to tell us?
Yeah.
That dude's elite. If we land him, oof.
I think he's the best. I think he's the best corner.
You think he's number one at the position?
I think so. I mean, I don't know, man. We're on 4 or 5 guys, and I like all 4 or 5, but I would take Earl over all of them today.
Yeah, over Rodgers.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, that's a closer one, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Traquan too. I like Traquan. I like Jacoby Spells, and then we're on Cam Miller also. Like these guys are all good, man. We're not aiming for. I mean, we're shooting for. We're shooting high at the cornerback position.
Yeah, when was the last time we had a cornerback that we recruited was like, oh man, this guy's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
Outside of the transfer portal with Tyreek.
And it actually happened?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, and it actually happened. Don't even say Trajan.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm going back to like man.
Oh, okay.
I'm going back to like Kelly Jennings those days.
I was going to say Kelly Jennings. Damn, I'm glad you brought him up. I kind of forgot about him.
Yeah, man. Tracy Howard. I mean, he had a decent career, but man, when he came in, man, I was excited.
I like Brandon Harris. Brandon Harris. He
that's a good one, Brandon Harris. And you remember who decommitted the day before when Brandon Harris committed? One Patrick Peterson.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. When he was Patrick Johnson, he was committed to Miami all the way to the day before signing day. Flips to LSU, but then Randy Shannon gets Brandon Harris to flip to Miami on signing day.
Randy Shannon, man. Can you be our linebacker coach? I've been seeing his name float around, man. I was like, I think that's water under the bridge, man.
Malik Young.
Talent. He had talent, man.
He had talent. Yeah. He wasn't a guy that came in like, oh my God, he's like Chase Smith. Like he's day one starter. You won't pull him off the field once he's on there.
Yeah, but when he got in, he did his thing, though, man. Yeah. He held it. He held that side down, man. He's a real athletic guy.
I'm a Malik fan.
Yeah, I like Malik. Him and Mike Jack, they had me feeling pretty comfortable in 2017.
Fellas, would you have the energy to do Charles Brown's challenge right here? Do a 2 deep for the.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I got a pen and paper right now.
You want to start on offense or defense?
Let's do offense first.
Okay.
Offense,
So
we got hit the O-line.
Yeah. So QB, you got King, obviously number one.
Yeah, and I got TVD behind that personally. We can argue it.
My gut is still telling me Garcia, man.
Man, I don't care. Whoever I want best man to win, but I just that tape, man. That dude is just got a cannon, and he's big, and I don't know. And he's been in the system for a year.
Yeah,
It's gonna be hard. I mean, not saying I see what everybody sees in Garcia. I want to make sure that people don't get it twisted that I'm like against Garcia. I think Garcia could be a stud also. I just from a tape standpoint, I like DVDs a little better. That's all I'm saying.
How y'all not going with Tate Martell, man?
I knew you were gonna say something stupid. I saw it in your face. I knew you were gonna say something stupid.
I had to, man. I had to. But I'm with you though, Kane, up with TVD. I'm saying I think being in the system definitely, and just from what y'all seen from him in the spring last year, you know what I'm saying, and him being in the system already, I'm gonna go with TVD.
So what we next? Running backs?
Running backs. I got Chaney and Harris 1 and 2. That's who it should be. But seniority, it might be like 1A, 1B kind of situation. What do you think?
I think go ahead, Concrete.
I think it's gonna be 1A, 1B, 1C.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna matter who starts because of the way they rotate,
Yeah. It'd be a situation like last year.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. I even if Cam starts, I wouldn't be pissed at that position only because I just think it's going to be a revolving door the whole game.
Yeah, and remember, Rhett Lashley, he's very run heavy, which we didn't get to do a lot of last year. So if we're able to run the football and move the chains, get those 80, 90 play games, which is kind of his goal.
Yeah.
And then don't sleep on Thad. Good point. Yeah, I predict Thad Franklin getting a lot of short yardage carries in those 4th and 1 situations where you just need 1 or 2 yards. I agree. It's going to be kind of running back by committee, but Don Chaney needs to get more carries than everybody else, in my opinion.
If we're going on last year, I actually think Don Chaney has a chance to be special. Honestly, I think he has a chance to be special because I think he could do it all. But I would not sleep on Rooster, man. Remember, he got hurt, but Rooster is just – you give him that much, and he is gone, So I think, I'm with Concrete. I think it's going to be 1A, 1B, 1C. That's hard to do a 2 deep because I think it's going to change game by game.
Yeah, it might be kind of like a Mark Walton, Joseph Yearby, Gus Edwards situation. So.
Yeah. Okay, 904 Kane Arroyo has mad talent, probably the highest ceiling. Just can't sleep on Hodges or Matt Morelli for that matter. Yeah, we're deep at tight end, man. But I think Arroyo. Yeah. Arroyo's so special. I think at tight end 1 and 2, it's Mallory for sure. Obviously, he's the starter. Arroyo right behind him.
Yep, I'm with you on that.
The tape I've seen is special, man. I like the word special with Arroyo. Like we're gonna play his highlight tape on Sunday show. It's just if not. I gotta say if because we gotta see it to believe it. But if he falls in love with the weight room, it's over. It's over with that guy.
Oh my god,
it's over. Like we are tight end you. He may go down as one of the top 2-3 times ever to play here. That's how good he is. If he just puts on 15 pounds, 20 pounds, it's over. I'm telling you, it's over with that guy.
Mm-hmm. I agree. All right. O-line. So we'll go left to right. Left tackle.
Zion
for sure.
Right.
He's being projected by some as like a potential first rounder. And
I agree.
Some people kind of laugh, like kind of chuckle at that because they remember, what he had to grow from as a freshman. It's like, really, that guy? Listen, he was very consistent. Like his name was not called on very much, which is good if you're a lineman. And he still keeps adding strength and muscle and his footwork. I think it's why he got so much playing time as a freshman. His footwork is second to none. Dude's mentally tough. And yeah, I totally see him being a first or second rounder.
And he might come back for another year. Like, don't sleep on that.
I don't know. That first round money's pretty good.
I hear you. I hear you. But he's that dude. He's that type of guy. He's one of those guys that, unless he's a guaranteed first round, guaranteed, like, he's going top 15 in the draft, I wouldn't rule him out to come back, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna throw that out there. And that, I know it's really early to say that, but he's just that type of guy, man.
Yeah, offensive line, they usually stay for 4 years too.
Most of the time. Left tackle's hard though. If he's projected top 15, he's outie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the season he has this year.
Yep, and what other tackles are coming out that year too.
Yep.
And then next to him, who you got? I got Donaldson.
I got Donaldson.
You got
Cam under Zion. Under Zion, yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Under Zion, you got who? Campbell? Yeah, okay. And then left guard.
Yeah. My bad, yeah.
Yeah, Campbell, I agree with that because of his experience. Left guard, Donaldson, starting for sure. And then behind him, man, it's hard to think of the backups right now.
Ja'Kai?
Yeah, maybe Ja'Kai Clark. Because I see Ryan Rodriguez being the backup center.
Yeah.
Right away.
All right.
And then starting center,
Gaynor.
Corey Gaynor.
Yes.
Yeah. Right guard, Jalen Rivers.
Yep.
I'm with you on that.
Some people are saying, "Oh, he's talented enough to put in the outside." I don't want to have another season of a experienced tackle. Mm-hmm. No. Move him inside.
Yeah.
Right.
Rivers inside. I'm not sure behind him. I mean, you could have like an 8 or 9 man rotation.
Right.
At
Trayor, maybe. Uzma Trayor.
Yeah, but I think Ja'Kai Clark can move him and play both. He can play the left guard or the right guard.
And center. He's very versatile.
You know what I mean? He's that dude that I think would be, if we're talking too deep, we don't have to, on the offensive line, we don't have to name different names because the only reason why I was a little weird was saying Campbell. Yeah, Cleveland Reed. That's another good one.
Reed,
that's where I was going to go, what Anthony said. I think that Isaiah has a chance to play the backup to Zion, to be honest with you. He has a chance to win at that spot. Because remember, if you don't remember, go watch. Isaiah Walker is unbelievably talented. This dude is like really good. And for him to do what he did to Florida and then come to play for us and then get a chance to have a whole year underneath him with the strength program and being in the system, he's going to be ready. His body's going to be ready to go. And they love his talent, his skill set that he has.
I think he's going to be the backup at any position, probably besides center.
It could be.
If somebody goes out, they're gonna put Isaiah in.
It could be. They love him. I can tell you that. They love him.
Mm-hmm.
And then what do we got? Jared Williams on the outside?
Yeah, Jared Williams. I want experience at those tackles.
Yeah.
Yes. And then, either Campbell or Walker behind him as the backup.
Reed also. I forgot about Reed. That's true. Reed's in the mix.
Cleveland Reed, yeah.
Cleveland Reed. We're deep.
We're deep.
Guys that have gotten experience that can step in and play.
Big baby.
Yeah. You said Scaife too? DJ Scaife?
Oh, DJ Scaife. I kind of forgot about him, yeah.
I think he took a step back last year, personally. Hopefully he bounces back.
He did, but he's so talented, man.
Yeah, I agree. I'm rooting for him. I agree.
I'm just glad we got depth at the O-line, man.
Yeah, don't forget, we got some killer. McLaughlin's coming in. Rodriguez coming in. Big Baby's coming in. I mean, we got some
keep
attitude
piling up on the O-line, man. Yeah, let's just keep piling up on the O-line.
I agree. We're our future's bright at that position.
Yeah. And and the recruiting, Julian Armenia, Zach Rice. I don't know if you've looked at him. He's the number one tackle in the country.
I like Zach Rice a lot.
I mean, we're like in the top 10 for him still. There's a lot of schools vying for him. So
I'm not too excited. Meaning, like, I don't want to get my hopes up because
right.
I've
No, but
seen
he's a
him.
monster.
I've seen him. His crystal ball change like 5 times.
Right.
You know.
Right. But there's been times the last few months where he's kind of feeling Miami. You know, he'll be posting like edits of him and the U stuff. So, we'll see.
Hey, you never know how these things go, man. But I mean, with this staff that we got, I'm definitely leaning more towards than what it was in the past. So.
That O line is going to be a strength for us, and I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. But I just don't know how it's not. There's too much talent, too much experience, and they're in the same system for a second year. There's no way that they don't take another jump. We may not see it the first game of the season, but
that's what it takes to win games, though, man.
The what?
I said that's what it takes to win games, though. Those trenches, man.
The trenches, man.
That's the one thing that I mean, the casual fan, I'm pretty sure we all know. Like, if your trenches ain't good, like, you might as well just call it.
You don't win. No, your trenches aren't good. You don't win the big games. You win the games that you're supposed to win. Maybe.
Well, not to really spend too much time talking about this team because I don't like them, but it was the reason why they were so good last year is Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Their offensive line and their defensive line was so stellar that because I personally don't think their skill positions were all that, No. But their trenches were serious. Really serious. And I think the one thing if you play football, trenches travel.
Trenches travel, man.
Trenches travel.
Yeah. So all right, so there's our 2D for the O-line now. Receivers.
Here's what we're gonna argue. You go first.
We'll do the X, the slot, and then the Y. So
I think we might get canceled, man. We might not be able.
We're gonna argue.
To even go to a Miami Hurricanes game, man.
Give me your 3.
Okay, so my starting 3: Mike Harley in the slot. At the X, Keyshawn Smith, and on the other side, I don't know why I'm drawing. The transfer.
Rambo.
All right, I'm on the same page as John.
Damn, that's what I agree with John.
Okay,
I agree with John.
Well, we might disagree on the backups.
Oh, I think for sure we will.
Behind Rambo, I want to see Romello Brinson take that job, take that spot in the rotation. But they're probably going to give it to Pope or Wiggins. Because they get, they like to play these little roster games with the seniors and, but it's going to be him. And then behind Keyshawn Smith, probably Michael Redding. Behind Harley, if he develops, which we're all expecting him to, Xavier Restrepo.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think the 3 freshmen that are coming in. I mean, I'm with you on. I hate that I have to say this, but we're going to answer it, right? I just don't think we're going to be able to keep Rashard. Oh, look, Rashard Smith. I don't think we're going to keep Rashard Smith off the field. Like I just don't know where they're going to put him because he could play everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But that dude is going to get reps. I'm telling you.
You think he's returning kicks?
I don't know because they like what's his name?
Malik Curtis.
Malik Curtis, right?
Oh,
which I'm fine with that too. Don't get me wrong.
Travis Benjamin 2.0.
Right, but I've been on record and said Romello Brinson is one of the best receivers I've seen. One of the best receivers I've seen in a long time coming out of high school. And I think if it's a fair competition, I like him. If they don't do this, that's why I said if it's a fair competition, right? Because if this do the seniority thing, I don't know what's gonna happen. But if it's fair, dude, Jacoby's nice, and Romello's nice, and I know Michael Redding. I think Michael Redding is the hardest worker out of all the wide receivers. At least that's how he was coming into the season. I don't know if he stayed that way because I know he was dinged up a lot of the year last year. But don't forget, that's the dude that was at the Army All-American game and he showed out, right? I'm just saying, Pope and Wiggins, if it's fair, and I think Peyton is another one that's out of this. Like I don't see how they're gonna make this jump with what's coming in. And Rambo to me is gonna have to prove it. I think they'll give him the starting nod, but he's gonna have to prove it because, again, I'm in the minority here. I think there's 2 or 3 guys better than him if they don't play seniority. If they don't play the seniority card, and the thing that's cool about it is Rambo's going to learn the playbook the same time as the young guys are going to learn it. So he won't have that jump just because, he's older. And he had drops over at Oklahoma. Like, let's not.
He had some drops. He wasn't perfect.
Drops, and then all of a sudden they didn't throw him the ball, and that's why he left. Like, if you do your homework, like I know you guys do on him, he left because they stopped featuring him. And the reason they stopped featuring him is because he has some drops. So what are you guys telling me? Miraculously he's going to come here and not have drops? I hope he balls
maybe
out.
It's a mental thing, drops. So maybe.
I hope he balls out. I hope he balls out, okay? But I'm telling you, Keyshawn Smith is fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Ooh, how about this scenario? Curtis and Rooster as kick returners.
I love it.
I think Rooster. Yeah, I think Rooster should have. I mean, he should have been back there the whole year, man.
Yeah,
he usually got a running back there. A running back.
Yeah, it feels like because over the past decade, it feels like they've been afraid to put their best playmakers back there returning kicks.
Times have changed, bro. They got to go back to the old days and just put all the best guys in. Put them on special teams.
If your number one receiver is Santana Moss, whatever, put him back there.
That's right, dude.
Don't make plays.
Somebody make plays. I remember the Vikings played AP at punt return. He was down there showing out over there. Hey, 904 Hurricane got Keyshawn Smith, Romello starting over Harley at slot. I'm like, damn, I mean,
look, I like Harley.
You see that deal, man? Like,
I don't see Harley not starting just because of what he means to that room, and I think he did enough at least last year to earn it. But
yeah, for sure.
I'm not. Rambo needs to show me because I've seen with my eyes the receivers that are behind him. I need to see it from Rambo. That's all I'm saying. Just show me and I'll be quiet, bro. I'm not against you. If you're watching this, Rambo, not against you, but I need to see it because I know what's behind you. I know what's behind you.
Hey, Rambo he has no choice this year. We back at that competition stage where if you starting to slack off, man, you just might get lost in the sauce.
We are so deep at receiver. It's
ridiculous.
Yeah.
We may only take, we could lose like 4 receivers around there. We may only take 1 or 2 in this class because there's so many. There's so many toys to throw to.
I think we'll take 2.
I think so too. We'll take maybe 2.
And because we're gonna get a chance. We're gonna lose like a few to the league, but I think we're gonna get some transfers too.
You might lose some transfer ones too.
Mm-hmm.
Might lose them this year.
All right.
How to follow those.
Yeah. So that's the offense. Defense now. Let's start with safety. Let's start up top. So
that was the hardest.
That was the most talented room on the entire team as far as proven talent and quality prospects. Like they're 3 layers deep at each position.
I agree.
So at the 2 safety spots, I think it's going to be Bubba, obviously, as one safety, and Gervin Hall will be the other starting safety, only because, there was a bit of a drop-off with him, but he still, I think, does enough. Like, he's not terrible. Like, he does enough. He knows where to be, which for safety is so important, like knowing your assignment and teaching the young guys and stuff. So I think it's going to be Hall and Bubba, at least to start the season. The backups will be man, that was tough. I think James Williams will be in that 2 deep. I think he's going to get some time. And if we're talking beginning of the season, probably Brian Balaam because of the experience he got last year. So I'm thinking those 4.
Who you got, Concrete? I don't agree with him. Wait, go ahead. You go first. I want to hear what you got.
I got Bubba Bolden, of course.
Yep.
I hate to say Gervin Hall, man.
I don't got him.
I'll put it.
No way.
I hate to say
no
it,
way. No way he beats out Avante. No way.
I just think just straight off of seniority, I just think they're going to give it to him.
Hold up, wait. Are we talking about if it's a fair thing or what's going to happen? Because I'm telling you, Pope and Wiggins will be in the mix if they do that seniority thing. I'm just saying.
I think defense might be a little different though. Receivers, we've seen enough with Pope and Wiggins already.
We have a new D-backs coach. He's going to play the best guy.
Gervin Hall was a pretty top guy. Nick Saban, he come to him on a helicopter trying to see what's up with him. So maybe Banda just didn't get the best out of him.
Well, let me ask you this question. You played college ball. What does Hall's tape tell you? This year,
as far as college,
what he played. What does his tape tell you?
I don't even remember seeing him on the field, to be honest.
I'm just saying. I don't. You guys know me. I don't wish nothing bad on none of the kids, right?
Yeah.
But his tape, no way. Like, I'm sorry, not with that room that's behind him. They don't go, it was just 1 year. No, they got killer behind him. Like, literally.
Might be. Cameron Kitchens, I forgot he's on campus too. So
yeah, man. I got Bubba. I got Bubba Avante started. Avante's not getting. I'm telling you, Avante's that good.
You think day one?
If he's cleared like right now to go to spring, he's the starter on day one.
Okay.
I'm definitely if Gervin Hall gets to seniority crap, I definitely got Avante under him. But if Avante plays the spring,
which is what I'm hearing.
Definitely going.
I still haven't seen it official, but I'm hearing it that Avante got cleared. If Avante gets a spring in, and that's the thing that drives me nuts. You guys are, we're diehards, so we really watch. People forget what Avante Williams was. He's like eraser. Like, that dude was that good. He was the best athlete at every time he played in any of those camps. When he played in high school, when he went to the All-American game, everyone was like, this is the best player on the field. And the thing with him is he's so versatile. He can come down and play your slot. He can come, like, you could blitz him. He could go and lock up. He can go and drop into a zone. He just has it all. Super fast, explosive, strong, built like a tank. He's got a nice build to him, knock your head off. And he's got and remember, he's doing this because he's got to eat. He's got a family.
You got a legit.
Exactly. And those guys don't play the same way that other guys play. You guys
know
a little
bit more hungry enough.
Exactly. And from a talent standpoint, Hall has college reps, but they weren't impressive. Sorry, they just weren't impressive. I'm gonna say it. Like, I like Brian Balaam better than I like Hall this year. To be honest with you guys, we're supposed to be honest on this show.
I know.
Concrete. Are we not supposed to be honest?
I think the most I remember about Hall is when he.
Oh man!
When he chest bumped Bubba Golder and he broke his ankle.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah. No.
Oh man!
All right, Dade Warrior Avante will play the slot this year only.
I disagree with you, Dade Warrior. If Avante would have played this last year and he was cleared, I agree with you. I think he would have played the slot. But with a year under his belt, being in the safeties room, learning tape, he's at the practices. He just can't have contact. So he knows the scheme. He's not just – I see him in slot sometimes for sure because he could play anywhere. I agree with you. But I don't see him predominantly in the slot because that's going to be where T-Couch is going to be.
So he was practicing in the fall, but he just didn't have contact?
Not practicing. He could do everything except contact. No contact.
He could do like strength conditioning, stuff like that.
He can walk throughs, running around, all that stuff, but they can't, no contact.
All right.
Yeah.
I know that definitely helps, man, as far as understanding the playbook.
Exactly, dude. And he's been sitting with Ed Reed the whole time.
Oh, yeah. For sure. I know when I was in college and I got hurt, I didn't play the spring, but my IQ probably went from like a 50 to at least an 87, like, as far as football
Man,
IQ.
a whole 37 points, huh?
Yeah, I was out there playing like a high school kid and Pee Wee, just.
Hey man, let's have a little fun here, all right? Let's write down. I want to write this down since we're so off. I
Uh-huh.
say if Avante is cleared and he has the spring, it'll be Avante. I'm gonna write it down, and Bubba.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm saying
Dang.
we're talking day one starters, day one too deep. I think it's Bubba
Right.
and Hall,
Right.
Balaam, and either Williams or Kinchins. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
like neck and neck with those two guys. Kinchins will have the better career, I think, because of his brain. But Williams is just a freak of nature.
Yep.
So he'll find a spot on the field.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, real quick tangent. Of all those safeties, because there's so much talent there, who's dropping down to striker or linebacker?
Oh, that's easy.
Amari?
I think Amari is going to be a linebacker regardless. But I think you talk about 2021 or by the time they leave here?
By the time they leave here. I mean, besides Amari, I was also thinking another
James
one.
Williams. James Williams will end up being striker. But not just striker. But not just striker. I see him all over the place. I see him like Avante. Just
like a Swiss Army knife.
Just everywhere. Because remember, the knock on him his first few years in high school, even though he bounced around from a couple high schools, was that he was scared of contact because they played him away from the line. This past year, he destroyed that myth. He was playing.
We talking about James Franklin, right?
James Williams.
James Williams. My bad.
Yeah, and he was body slamming dudes, and he was covering. He was hitting people. That's where people were like, this dude might be a D end now because And I'm sorry, this is the last thing I'll say because I like talking about safeties. Don't get me wrong, I just really do. But it's Manny calling the defense. So we will have a lot of times 3-4 safeties on the field at once.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to see a lot of these guys in packages. You know, that's why I mean, okay, starting who are the two safeties? I think if it's a fair choice, I think Avante beats out Hall straight up. I don't think it'll be close. But if it's not fair and they're doing the whole seniority thing, then you guys are going to be right. I'm going to go to the spring. I'll be honest with you guys. If Hall's balling out, I'll tell you he's balling out because I just want the best player there, you know?
Yeah.
But there will be multiple safeties on the field a lot.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch up with you, Kane. I'm gonna go with Avante, and
he's lights out. He's lights
Bubba.
out. Oh, Jalen Harrell's a beast too, man.
I'm telling, we're so loaded at that position.
Jalen Harrell is a beast.
He's good, man.
Yeah,
man. So
200 pounds.
Wow, I forgot about Jalen Harrell. He's a beast.
Yeah.
We got some big safeties, period.
We do. Jalen
Harrell might be the smallest one. He's 5'11".
I forgot about Jalen Harrell. My goodness.
Yeah. Gentlemen, we got 41 people on the chat right now.
What's up?
Thank you guys for chiming in, and please keep it coming. The chat is awesome right now. Hit the like button, subscribe, all the stuff.
That's a milestone right there, man.
That's right.
I looked on Sunday.
Sunday, we were jumping on Sunday a little bit. Yeah,
okay.
We were jumping. But I'm just happy to be on and everybody chopping it up with the Canes, man. This is great. What do you want to go to, linebacker or corner?
Let's go corner.
Okay.
So my starters, this will be a little easier, I think. Corner is going to be Tyreek Stevenson, CB1. CB2, it's going to be, I know people might disagree with me on this. I think it's going to be Couch. And maybe on passing, like third and long situations, he'll move him inside the slot where he likes to blitz. So he'll be kind of a Swiss Army knife corner, but he'll, on the depth chart, be corner number 2. Their backups will be, it's a tough one. Marcus Clark, I think, will be in the 2 deep.
Ooh.
Actually, no. No, it's going to be Blades and Ivy. Because I think Blades will come back healthy, God willing. And But Marcus Clark he's gonna vie for playing time. That kid's good. But I think it's gonna be Blades and Ivy.
Who you got?
I got Tyreek, of course, and oh man, the second one, man, that's pretty tough, man. That's pretty tough. As you was talking, I had DJ Ivy, and then the more you talked, I was like, okay, Al Blaze is gonna take it, but I'm gonna stick with DJ Ivy. Stevenson, Ivy, behind. I think Couch is just gonna play the nickel very well. You know what I'm saying, where it's gonna be hard to keep him off the field. Couch and Blades, that's the backups.
I got Tyreek and I got Blades on the other side, and with Couch, and then I don't think it'll be Ivy. I think it'll be Marcus.
You think he jumps?
I don't know. I think Ivy had a better season than Blades this year.
I was going to say,
in my opinion,
Clark would leapfrog Blades, in my opinion, if he's going to leapfrog one of those two guys.
My opinion is only going on T-Rob's history with guys, how he likes to play. And he likes physical. Yeah. He likes physical guys.
Hey, Ivy, and he's a big boy, man.
Yeah, but remember what Feely said. Who's the strongest guy on the team? And he said, pound for pound. They said, yeah, pound for pound. He said, Blades is right there.
Yeah,
they say Blades is like a freak.
So and Tyreek's a big boy too. You know what I mean? So if it's the way that T-Rob has always coached and he gets his guy, I think he takes Blades because of the physicality. And again, I don't know, man. We're assuming. I guarantee we do this after spring. We're going to change some things up. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I take Blades and God willing, he's healthy. I take Blades and Reek, and then I got Couch and Marcus Clark, and DJ's after that.
But one thing about it, though, like it makes me feel good that we could have this dilemma right here. I don't know, Vontae Williams, maybe Kitchen, maybe James Williams. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe DJ Ivy. Maybe I'm just happy that we could have this conversation and that we have this depth to have this conversation.
Concrete. On Sunday, we said this, and tell me if you agree. This is the best safety room since the Sean Taylor, Ed Reed, and all them. Tell me a better safety room since then. Deep like that, you can't. Not this deep.
Yeah, as far as deep, you can't. I mean, I was going to say Merriweather and Phillips, but I don't know how deep they were, though.
That's what I'm saying. We go 5-6 names deep right now that are starting Power 5 safeties.
Yeah,
but
they do gotta prove themselves first, though.
Of course,
I agree. But this is, it's definitely looking like super eye candy right now.
Yeah, to that point. OG Canes comment, just a question, not being negative, but how do we know players are going to be beasts in college when all we know about them is high school tape and high school highlights and all that stuff? Good point.
Yes.
But why, maybe Kinged Up, you can answer this. Why do we feel a little different about this class and this team?
OG, I agree with you. If you're just looking at the star rankings, if you're looking at, that guy's a 4 or 5 star, he's going to be really good because he was good in high school. But some of the guys that we're discussing, look at where they played at and who they played against. Yeah. And I think we talked about this a few shows ago. It's the type of dog we're getting now. We always got dogs as far as stars go. We're getting a different breed right now. We're getting guys that are in winning programs that are playing against other 4 and 5 star dogs, and they're performing against them. It still doesn't mean they're going to pop off in college. I agree with you 100%. But there's a better chance of reading them than it was before. Just, he's a 4 or 5 star. This and that. Dude, when you're getting them out of the West and you're getting them out of St. Thomas and you're getting them out of, schools like Central and Carroll City and, Palmetto, like where they play each other all year, all those teams. And everybody, this, OG, I see you all everywhere on all the chats. Everybody comes to Dade County to pluck. Because why? Because every school's nasty. You know what I mean? All this, it's the type of dog, No, I'm not giving an opinion, just a legit question. That's all. No, I got you. I'm with you on that. I'm just saying, because I agree with you. In the past, I think we were just like, oh, we got a 4-star. Oh, he's really good. But it's the type of dog I think we're getting now is a little different. And we talked on the beginning of the show. Tell me back in the day where we would have won 6 and 7 and still held on to the type of class we held out in 2020. That shows that's a different type of dude, right? Those dudes back in the day would have been like, nah, deuces, I'm going to Georgia, deuces, I'm going to FSU, deuces, I'm going to Florida. And then look, it started a trend for us with the 2021 class, right? That's my opinion. And I hope I'm right because then that's good for us, right? But we don't know until they're on the field.
You gotta think about it too. Like these guys, they're not coming to Miami just say I went to Miami. Like these boys really want to win. Like they're not just trying to make a name for themselves. Like they trying to put a stamp on. Like hey, and like you said, Kane Dub. Like these boys came from some real winning type schools, man. So all that losing stuff, like it's not really gonna fly with them like that. Like we're not just getting those guys that just look pretty on the 247 rankings. Like these some dogs. Like they coming in as dogs, and they trying to see if the guys ahead of them are dogs. Like if they not, you know what I'm saying, you got to move out the way because it's a different type of mentality.
Hey, Dade Warrior, I'm going to give you a little pushback because I agree with you. That's something that I am concerned about. That if Manny's going to play that seniority card, the only reason why I'm optimistic that he may not is because he doesn't have his boys coaching.
Yeah,
that's why. You know, he don't got his boys coaching now where he could just do that. Now, if he does it again, that's his job. He's out. You know what I mean? He's gone. Like that's real talk, Dave, right? But I'm being optimistic, thinking T-Rob ain't gonna let that go down. Simpson ain't gonna let that go down. You know what I mean? And DVDs, this is first time coaching positions at the Power 5 level. DVD's gonna like, no, please, I need this guy. It's his job too. Mm-hmm. I know Manny makes the final decision because he's the boss, right? I just think T-Rob and Simpson and then Coach Bob Shoop, the analyst, are gonna have a big say in that seniority thing. Or at least, bro, I'm hoping they do.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of sad faces, man. But it's all about how you respond.
We'll know when we see that depth chart right after spring.
We'll know.
Yep.
For sure.
Speaking of that, man, Ishmael, I can't say his last name, man.
Aristide.
Aristide. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if you guys, as far as the impact he's gonna have with the he's called the strikers, right? And then we're moving Packy into the inside linebackers.
Well, let's do this. Let's finish with the 2 deep, and then we'll jump onto him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That way we don't get because I'll forget. Yeah. I already had my linebackers in my head.
I got you.
Yeah.
So we got the safeties, we got the corners, linebackers, and striker. Striker's going to be Frierson. Behind him, it's going to be Keontre Smith. Keontre Smith / Chase Smith, maybe. Maybe it's a 4 situation. So those will be the strikers. Middle linebacker is going to be Corey Flagg. Moving outside, I think it'll be Sam Brooks just because I think it'll be smart to have the 2 best athletes out there. That was a huge criticism last year. And I think one thing about Manny, he could be a little stubborn with his seniority, wanting to play certain guys. But if enough people tell him, what he's doing wrong, I think he'll be willing to change. Mm-hmm. So Flagg, Brooks, and then behind them, Austin Cave and Huff.
I think. Go ahead, bro. You go first. You're the linebacker here, so I'm gonna let you go.
All right. Well, striker, I got GB3. Then behind him, I got. Is he coming in early? Chase Smith. If Chase Smith comes in early, I got Chase Smith. Pretty much. Linebacker, man. I'm kind of pushing back on Corey Flagg a little bit more just because his size, man. I don't know.
Yeah, Chase Smith is early. Chase Smith is early.
Okay, I got GB3 then Chase Smith then for sure then. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put it on my chips, man. I'm gonna say Deshaun Troutman's gonna be one of the starting linebackers, man.
That's why I put Bergie's comment there. I knew Troutman's your boy.
For sure, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, his instincts, man, that's just something you really got to have at linebacker.
You don't know this?
Um,
Go ahead. You got the outside now.
I want to say Sam Brooks so bad, man. I want to say Sam Brooks so bad, but like I said, he was better as an edge rusher. I really didn't see his instincts like that. I could see him as a great athlete, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, in this days of college football, like you got to be way more than an athlete. Like your intelligence level has to be up there. So I'm gonna roll the dice, and I'm gonna say Avery Huff
He's a freak.
if he puts on the weight.
He's a freak.
Yeah, behind him, Corey Flagg and Sam Brooks.
Yeah, I think GB3 is for sure going to be the starter at striker. I think if Amari Carter changes positions, he may be behind GB3 because I don't see him getting on the field at the safeties anymore. I just don't. There's just too much there. Um, I can see Amari Carter playing some striker, maybe outside linebacker in certain packages. I like Keontre Smith, but I actually think Amari Carter would be pretty solid as a backup at the striker position. And I'm going to throw you a curveball. I think they're going to move because he has played it and he played it really well. I think Sam Brooks is going to play the mic. I think they're going to move him to the middle. And he has played it. You seen when he played it, not this past year, but the year before when he came in and he played it. He showed flashes because he was behind Shaq. You remember? And he looked good. I think if he's healthy, he's got a little more physicality. He's a little quicker than Corey Flagg. Corey might have better instincts, but I think Sam plays the mic, and I really like Huff on that outside. I hope he understands the playbook because from a athlete standpoint, I think he's the best athlete out of all the linebackers. He's just a freak. I think Chase, we need to just sit him for a year. Chase Smith, he might be a freak, but let's just put weight on him. Let's let him play 4 games. Let him come in against App State. Let him come in against CSW, Quad RLW team, whatever the team. Let him come in against like teams that were, maybe when we're blowing. Let him get like those 4 games, where he gets some reps in. Let's save him, And then the X factor, bro. Like I told you guys when we're talking about the safety room, James Williams might play some striker, and he's a freak. I love that he's talking about Cave because everything I'm hearing about Cave is that he's killing it in the weight room right now.
I mentioned him as my backup middle linebacker.
Yeah.
I think IQ-wise, and Flagg.
I'm hearing good things what he's done in the off. Like I'm hearing he's killing it in the weight room right now.
That's good.
Yeah, we'll see in spring. I'm rooting for him, but I think I'm not a fan of Corey Flagg because I think he's limited physically. I think mentally he could play the position and be a beast. I think for sure. But he's a little slow. He's a little undersized. And that concerns me, But if we surround him with freaks, then I can see him getting in there and kind of being like the driver, what I'm saying, of what's going on. I can see
like
him.
Quarterback.
Yeah, I could see. I wouldn't be mad because he did show flashes of it. I just think his flashes weren't as good as Sam Brooks' flashes when Sam played middle the year before.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, boys. So those are the linebackers and strikers. Now, last position, defensive line. So left to right, I got DeAndre Johnson at the end, Nesta in the middle, Jared Harrison Hunt in the middle, and on the other side, I got Jafari Harvey. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, those guys are really inexperienced. I like Jafari Harvey a lot. Dude looks like he was created in a lab. He's a freak of nature. In the bowl game, I feel like Oklahoma State was calling a lot of plays that were designed to like move the pocket and kind of neutralize the fast edge rushers. I think against other teams, a guy like Harvey is going to ball out. So those are my starters. Backups, I got Cam Williams behind Harvey. He showed some really good flashes early in the season. In the middle, I got John Ford and Leonard Taylor. I think he leapfrogs Jordan Miller. I like Jordan Miller, but Leonard Taylor's just too good. And then behind Johnson, I got Zach McCloud.
Damn, no Elijah Roberts? Ooh.
That's a lot of
I forgot
guys.
about him.
That's a deep D line, man.
Bro, Elijah. Go ahead.
I know. I'm excited about him too.
Yeah, I'm actually with you as far as I think except for who'd you say? Zach McCloud, but I mean, I kind of think that's going to be a default thing.
You better
Not starting. I didn't. I'm saying not starting.
He better not say no Zach McCloud.
Nah, I don't have him start that. I was talking about second team just because of seniority, but unfortunately, I think that's how it's going to go. You know what I'm saying, and I think, I think Chance Williams. I had Chance Williams, but I'm saying, but I'm with you as far as DeAndre Jordan, Nesta, Jared Harrison Hunt, Jafari Harvey, and then Chance Williams or Zach McCloud. I'm sorry, Kane Dup. It's just a 6-year senior, man. I think they're just going to give it to him. At least give him that.
Unless the guy that loved him was Blake Baker and he's gone now, so there goes his playing time. I don't know.
I think Manny loves him.
It's Manny because he came in with Pigney and Shaq. So
that
was Manny for sure.
You heard, all right, well, we can't. 2019, we can't redshirt Zach. He means too much to us. I'm like, come on, bro.
He's at least going to be backup D end.
Yeah, he's going to be at least backup if he doesn't start, man. Like, I'm gonna say manager's a smart enough guy to not have him start. All right, because if he has him start, and I don't think he's going to do that to us, man.
Yeah, well, man, I think I can't disagree with what you guys said on the interior, but I think two guys that you need to think about is Elijah Roberts and Quinn Williams. I'm telling you, those guys, they're gonna make some noise this year, and the Jordan Miller and the Ford better put their big boy pants on because those two are coming from those spots. Leonard Taylor, Hunt, and Silva, and Nesta, they're solidified. I think those three are. I think LT, Silva, and Hunt are going to get a lot of play, but I think it won't be Ford and Miller as much as it was in the past. I think you're going to see a little more Elijah Roberts, a little Quentin Williams. I think you're going to see some of those guys coming in. On the outside, it's interesting because I think Harvey is a freak, like you guys said. He's a specimen. I like Thomas Davis to come in and make some noise also, and to play some DN. I really do. His tape, he's a dog. I think the transfer is going to start. DeAndre Johnson, I think his name is. He's going to start. The dude's got too many SEC snaps, quality snaps. And I saw someone said that McCloud had all those pressures in the bowl game. I agree. But he also broke containment a lot. Like, if you watch, he broke containment a lot. He looked a step slow out there. I mean, he's better there than that linebacker, for sure. But I don't see McCloud being better than 4 of our DNs. The transfer, Harvey, I think Chance Williams, Cam Williams, I don't see him jumping them at DN. And I like Thomas Davis a lot for that DN position. I'm going to tell you that right now. I think he's unbelievably explosive. But I'm going to go back on what we talked about before, guys. Manny is calling the defense. So there will be packages. It will be weird. You're going to see 3 DNs on the field. You're going to see no middle linebacker on the field. You may see, he has all those exotic packages that he runs. So I think McCloud will get run because McCloud will have a package. Because McCloud is Manny's boy because he came in with Shaq and Pigney, for sure. But I'm going to tell you right now, Thomas Davis and Troutman, those 2 freshmen coming in, y'all better not sleep on. LT, we don't got to talk about. He's going to play. They ain't keeping him off the field.
Yeah, I think LT is going to be the backup no matter what interior it is. If Nesta goes out, LT goes in. If Harrison Hunt goes out, LT goes in.
Yeah, man. He's gonna make some habit, and Hunt's gonna make some habit too. we're looking good. I think Miller and Ford better put on their big boy pants.
Oh man, that's whew.
Because Elijah Roberts looks like he's from outer space right now. Like he just looks like he could pick up a truck and walk around with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I love the depth at D line, man. I love the depth.
Yeah, Anthony, sucks about Blissett, man. Prayers up, 100%, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Blissett would have been something special too, man.
Yeah, man.
That guy, he was pretty athletic guy.
People forget about Quentin Williams, man. Don't sleep on him. Q's putting in work.
Yeah, man. Because there were three not related, three Williams brothers.
Yeah.
Him, Chance, and Cam. Everybody talks about Chance and Cam.
Yeah.
But people kind of forget about Q.
Yep.
He's
a
good one.
He's a good one. You'll see him this year, especially with Simpson there, man. That guy, what a blessing it was to get him back on that D line, coach. What a blessing that was for us.
I was mad that we lost him in 2018, man. I thought
but you couldn't be to go for an NFL job. I mean,
yeah, he was so good. He was like, see ya.
High school to big time college to NFL like that.
And he is a legendary high school coach in Georgia. Like he won.
He's worshipped
multiple state championships.
Yeah, he's worshipped. He's worshipped there. I heard the same thing. He's like God over there.
Yeah,
a lot of respect, man.
You want to get into Aristide, Aristanish, Coachish.
Era Hurricane.
Yeah, man. This is yet another dude that has deep South Florida ties. His dad, I believe, is or was for many years at least. I don't know if he still is the principal at Northwestern High School. And I think KW told me his uncle was like assistant principal somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. I think it's either I keep saying Central. Central keeps going to my mind today.
I think it might be Central.
It might be Central. Yeah, I can't remember what the other one was. But yeah, his uncle is the principal over there too. What do you think? Concrete on him before I go. I'd like to hear your thoughts on Coach Ish.
I mean, I'm excited about him. You know what I'm saying, even though I think his previous job was an analyst with A&M. I'm saying his defensive analyst, but last year Texas A&M, their defense is pretty lit. Like, what if they first in the SEC, ninth overall, and fourth in Power 5 football? So he's been a part of a real good defense. You know what I'm saying, as far as recruiting, he did help. Like John said, he helped Texas A&M. You know what I'm saying, kind of secure South Florida like that. You know what I'm saying, we all know the importance of player personnel. So that's for one. And a special note, when he was at Purdue, I think he was running up for like the class body president, student body president.
He was academic All-American too.
Academic All-American, student body president. So, I mean, we all know, I'm saying, if you want to be student body president, you got to convince a lot of people about what you're saying. You know what I'm saying, and being running up, you know what I'm saying, you could probably have a lot of influence on the players, recruits, you know what I'm saying, have them believe in him. Whatever, kind of like, today's politicians, you know what I'm saying, as far as, but that's a different subject, but I mean, that's what it takes. Got to have people believe in you, you know what I'm saying? So even though that's an academic thing, you know what I'm saying, that kind of speaks a lot about his character. So I'm pretty excited about him. You know what I'm saying, a little sour about T. Will, but this definitely makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah. Anthony Morales says we still need a legitimate linebackers coach. Listen,
come on, we got Packy, man. We good.
Listen, again, with Blake Baker gone, maybe you start to notice that Packy can develop guys. Maybe the problem has been removed, and you'll see a difference now. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I like Coach Ish a lot because, as we know, the best conference is the SEC, and he's got Texas A&M, Auburn, and Ole Miss as analysts on the defensive side of the ball. I think that's pretty good programs. Yeah. And he's thought very highly in those programs, which is what I like. Because you can tell when you hire a coach how good he is when you look at where he's coming from, what they're saying about him. If they're like, yes, thank you. Like, you know how we were about Blake? Yes, go to LSU. And they came to look at our 247 Miami board, nobody was going, oh, man, can't believe we're losing him. Nope, that was not happening. So you go look at that Texas A&M board about Coach Ish. They were losing their mind that we were getting him. And I like the fact that he worked himself up as an analyst. He wasn't just like a yes man. To prepare in that in the SEC against LSU, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Texas. I mean, not Texas A&M because he came from Mississippi State. Like and Ole Miss. Like the kind of offenses he's preparing for, the dude's got to have a great mind. And as you said, Concrete, he's a very smart guy, very very smart guy. But where he is a beast at is recruiting.
Yep.
I mean, he just kills it. He's a killer on the recruiting trail. So I love the hire. With Packy, I'm giving him a pass this year. He's got to show me something because he did coach the striker position last year, and I thought he did a good job. I thought that position played well. Probably the only position that played well on defense all last year. Can he coach the linebackers? I don't know. I have my doubts, but I got to give him a fair shot. I can't get in my emotions and be like, I can't believe Packy's coaching linebackers because I was like that for a few days. What I didn't understand was why did we take Packy off of the striker position that he did well and move him to linebacker and bring in Coach Ish to the striker position? And a lot of people said because Coach Ish has DB background and the striker position is a little bit like a DB, and I understand that. I don't know. I think Packy did a good job there. For me, it's like, why are you fixing something that's not broken? Like, I don't understand that. But Packy, I'm going to give him a pass, meaning like, show me before I come for you, because I will come for you if you suck. I'm going to give you let's see what you do. Let's see what you do with the linebackers.
Yeah, I guess to break your heart a little bit, Caned up. OG Kane says he's looking at the roster and some players haven't come in yet. And I was looking at the receiver roster, and I don't see any Romello or Rashard Smith on there, man. What's up with that, bro?
I don't know. I can show you what I'm looking at.
I'm looking at the updated roster. It has Jake Garcia on there. I'm saying it has Elijah Arroyo on there. I'm looking at receivers. It says Mike Harley, Keyshawn, Mark Pope, Restrepo, Wiggins, Rambo, Peyton, Few, Bine, some other guys that look like walk-on guys. Michael Redden and Dives.
So none of the freshmen are on there? That's weird.
Yeah, none of the freshmen are on there.
Hey man, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I'm not there. I'm like, I can tell you, I'm looking at a State of the U article right now. When was it published? I said
January
25th, and that it's the 2021 football early recruits that are on campus is the title. I'm just saying. And if you got an updated, you got an updated. Maybe something happened since then and I told you it's Jake Garcia, Brinson, George, Shard Smith, Arroyo, McLaughlin, Davis, Troutman, Chase Smith, Kitchens, and Borregales. That's what it says here. Now, brother, I don't know. I'm not there.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
I mean, OG, you could be looking at maybe, I don't know if you're looking at like the official team roster on the Canes University of Miami website or what you're looking at. Who knows how updated those things are?
Yeah, I don't know. But if Jake Garcia's on there, that's weird, right?
Yeah.
And Arroyo's on there too, but that's what's strange about that, know? Because if that's updated, I mean, if it wasn't updated, those guys wouldn't be on there,
Right.
I'll tell you what. I'll find out tomorrow, 100%. I'm because I haven't even looked into it because I assume they were there from the stuff I read. But I will find out. I'll find out tomorrow for sure if the boys are on campus.
Yeah, cause I'm about to have a bad day at work tomorrow, man.
We're gonna do about the underperform. Or overachievers?
Oh, we didn't even have time to get to that. All right, real quick, since we're almost at the hour and 40-minute mark. Yeah, give me one guy because Caned Up. I know you were you had somebody in mind. I'm curious as to who it is.
Well, I have two. I have one guy to what you guys were talking about. You guys said a bruiser running back that was here, that was an overachiever, and you guys brought up, was it Moss? No, who'd you guys bring up? I forgot who you guys brought up.
I brought up Javaris James.
Yeah, Javaris James. I got a guy that it kind of is a little in between because he transferred out. Gus Edwards. He was a bruiser. I mean, and you see what he's doing in Baltimore, right?
Yes, I was kind of mad when he left.
Yeah, me too. And then if you want to go back in the day, Najee Davenport used to run everybody over, but he didn't overachieve. He was a beast coming in, but he was that back that just you couldn't stop. But I think the biggest overachiever, not counting Rousseau in the recent time, because Rousseau is an easy one, is Braxton Berrios.
Ooh, good one.
You know, Braxton came in as a low 3-star.
Mm-hmm.
And he pretty much balled out. And he's over there at the Jets dating a really pretty girl right now.
Denzel Perryman was a 3-star.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
David
Njoku was a 3-star.
Yeah.
That's true.
Romeo Finley was a 3-star.
Romeo, Jason Fox, Russo. I mean, that's, I don't know how we forgot about that one.
You ready for this? What about Zion Nelson?
Ooh, 2-star, right?
What about Corey Gaynor, who started all of us for us? I mean,
3-star, yeah.
Yep.
I'm looking.
Dietrich Epps, he was pretty solid. He's okay.
Who?
Yeah.
Dietrich Epps.
Oh yeah.
You know, because I'm looking at this, the 2011 class, which was Al Golden's first recruiting class. It wasn't ranked very high. It was ranked number 33. But there was some overachievers on there. That was like Philip Dorsett, Perriman, Chicolo. That was that class. I don't know why it was ranked so low.
Mm-hmm.
But one dude that I always liked, that he got a 3-star ranking miraculously. I don't even know how he got that. Rashawn Scott. You remember him, the receiver?
I do remember him.
Rashawn Scott. Did he wear number 9? Or is that her? He wore number 6, right?
I think he switched his numbers. He was number 80 at one point, I think.
I don't remember his number, but I know who you're talking about. I remember that guy.
Rashawn Scott was a really good receiver. I really liked him. He was on the Dolphins practice squad, I think, for a while. I think he even cracked the lineup a couple times and played. And then another guy, Rayshawn Jenkins.
Oh, yeah.
Stud. Mm-hmm. How the hell he was a 3-star, I have no idea.
Yeah, no. We got some – it was hard for me to narrow it down. Braxton Berrios and Rousseau just jumped out on me immediately, you know. Yeah. Oh, Ed Reed is the ultimate.
Ed Reed's number 1.
2-star.
Yeah, Ed Reed is the ultimate. Yeah,
2-star.
Ed Reed is the absolute ultimate.
Yeah, you ain't beating that.
That dude, nobody believed in him, and he turned out to be fuego.
I guess Santana Moss I don't think he had any rankings. He came in as a track athlete, but that was kind of like a.
That's when we used to use the scholarships from the track team for the football team.
That was a finesse move right there.
If he got an actual ranking, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. These sites weren't around in 1997, but he was like a 4-star-ish, I think. I've heard some people say.
Also, Kendrick Norton, he was a 3-star. He was pretty solid.
No, RJ McIntosh.
McIntosh was a 3-star. Yep.
Yeah, we have a lot of overachievers, man. Like those are some pretty good names.
Not enough first-round studs though to lead them.
We got some underachievers too, though.
Oh yeah,
there were definitely as many underachievers as there were overachievers. That's the
problem. Sir. We got some on the roster right now.
I think it was a lot more underachievers than overachievers. I don't know.
The roster right now has a couple that are not doing so hot. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
They call it Mark Richt guys, man.
Well, anyway, boys, we're at the 145 mark. Any last minute thing you want to add?
No, man, just good show. I'm happy that we got to do the Canes unit on your channel, man. It's about time. It's about time that we get on your channel doing the Canes unit, right?
Yeah, man. I was a little intimidated by the technology thing of having to do, learn a new thing, but StreamYard's really easy. So
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Just
We
good
hit
show, man.
50.
I'm excited. I'm just excited for the future, man. A lot of good things coming in the next couple days and in the next week.
Broke 50, man.
Yeah, 50 on the chat. Thank you guys. Hit subscribe, hit the like button if you haven't already. This has been us with the Canes unit. We'll be back next Wednesday. As always, it's all about the U, baby. Go Canes.
Go Canes.
Yes, sir.